All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're rejoicing and we're glad in it. If you're coming on, I want you to hit that like button, hit that share button, tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Prophet Ramon. Guess what? The Squad and the Ramon Preston Show. We are live into his house on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Thursday. It ain't a throwback Thursday, it's a throw down Thursday. So if we're gonna be throwing anything, we throwing down, we ain't throwing back. So ladies and gentlemen, please, if you're coming on, hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, text somebody, let them know that we have an amazing discussion today on the Ramon Preston Show. It's actually been an amazing week. And all of the discussions that we've had this week have been really game-changing for our audience. I'm just grateful for all the results that we're seeing in those of you that are implementing these strategies. I'm excited about what so many of you are doing in your businesses and your finances. So please hit the like button, the share button. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page, be sure to subscribe. If you're watching from Facebook or any other platform, be sure to subscribe or follow or whatever option it gives you. Also, you should be getting the notifications. If you have an option to accept or deny notifications, you want to accept those notifications because we drop in throughout the day, even before and after the show, to give you information, updates, and to really extend offers and opportunities that we provide on a daily basis. And at the end of the show today, I'm going to extend the offer. I've extended the offer for this is the second week, and we've had so many of you watch the show, respond after the show, and take advantage of the offer that we are providing. It's actually a few offers. We're extending some payment plan options for those of you that would like to be in our one-year business coaching program, or you may want to have access to our online training program. You may even want to become certified through our system and process that we teach as a consultant and coach, or maybe you want to be a licensee. So we have some amazing offers that we're extending, and we want to use these offers to prep you up for the final quarter of 2021 so you can really hit 2022 strong. So if you're having some challenges in your finances, in your business, maybe you're having some challenges just trying to figure out how do you structure it? How do you set it up? How do you scale it? How do you build systems and processes out? We're making that information available for you through our coaching program, through our online training program, and even through our certification and licensing program. So make sure you stick around at least throughout the show, so when we extend that offer, you can respond, excuse me, to that call of action or call to action. So welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. I'm your host, Ramon Preston. I've been saying every Monday through Friday, but every day we try to come to you and share information with you that is strategically and specifically designed to help you properly start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and even your wealth building dreams. And the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, what we do in our company as a whole is all directed towards helping you properly start your company, helping you properly scale your company, and helping you properly structure all the systems and the processes within your company. So I want you to rest assured that all the information I share with you, all the things that we talk about on this show, this is information that we live, and this is the information that we provide through our consulting division, our coaching division, and our training division. And the good thing about it is when you participate in any of our programs, you get the best of all worlds. That's the good part about being a part of our community. So whether you're a client in our consulting firm, you still get the coach and the trainer. whether you are a member in our coaching program, you still get the consultant and the trainer. And whether you're just a part of our online training program, you still get the coach and the consultant. So we've built a infrastructure in our company that gives you the best of all of what we provide. And we like to highlight, we like to elevate, like we have within the last few weeks with this extended offer. We like to highlight and elevate the programs that seem to be getting the most results and producing the best bang for your buck. And that's been by far our 1-year business coaching program. And the crazy thing is, earlier this year, I didn't even want to launch it. My team has convinced me to not only launch it, but to keep it active. Because at least once a week, I want to discontinue it. Like once a week, I might walk in the office and be like, man, it's a wrap. And then they'll give me a reason to keep it for a couple more days. And then I'll keep it and I'll come back and say, yeah, I'm ready to discontinue it. And when I say discontinue it, I'm meaning that I'm ready to close it out and just focus on the people who are already in the program and just keep bringing them value so we can get them to 6 figures and beyond. But so many of you have continued to respond, and I appreciate that. So please drop in the comments what city you're watching us from, who you represent, what city you're representing. Let me know what city you're representing. Today, I want to talk about the 3 most important business system flows. Now, if you have been around long enough, if you've listened to me long enough, you may already know that I focus on the SMS Matrix. We call it the SMS Matrix. Can't you, like, you're gonna get excited when I'm saying that and you can drop it. That's gonna be a good feeling. I'm up here talking and I know you be like, oh my God, if I can just like change that, like that's gonna be cold. Cause I just thought about it when I said it and I was like, wow, I'll be able to just turn around when I say that. We just having our own little conversation because we're in the process of building over on the other wing of the Preston suite. We're going to be building an in-house studio. So soon we're going to have an all-new Ramon Preston show. We're going to have all new content. We're going to have all new looks and features and technological capabilities with our in-house studio. We are literally building a studio in-house. So we're not going to have to go out, which we've never had to go out and really outsource what we do here with our video and audio. But we're going to have a very, very sophisticated, that's for lack of a better way of saying it, we're going to have a very sophisticated studio. So we're just having these little conversations where when the studio is built out and I'm talking, we have some digital monitors behind us that will have the capabilities of dropping the visuals of what I'm talking about. And I will not have this 1982 style whiteboard with an eraser. I'm going to have either the Google board, and the company that came and did a walkthrough yesterday with us and pretty much took measurements and talked us through some of the technological things that we're going to be having. They said that I do have a couple other options with regard to boards. So when you look at certain shows on CNN or MSNBC, a lot of those analysts and reporters, they have certain technological boards, that they use. So we're going to make a decision on that. But anyway, so I won't get lost, I want to get back to my point. One of the biggest benefits of what we provide in our program is the benefit of us training you on operating your business through the SMS Matrix. We call it the SMS Matrix because it is an acronym for structure, marketing, and sales. Okay, so when I say the SMS Matrix, I'm referring to structure, right? I'm referring to, I'll put 1 there. I'm referring to number 2, marketing. And I'm referring to number 3, sales. Now, based on our research, based on the studies that we've done, not just based on me being hypothetical on what I think is important, based on my research and my team's research, we have come to the conclusion that out of all the business systems, out of all the business processes within those systems, out of all the things that you need to flow within your organizational enterprise, whether it's a for-profit or nonprofit, these three by far that we call the SMS Matrix, these three by far make up the most important business system flows. So when I say business system flows, what I mean is this needs to work within your business as a matrix. Now, there are other business systems that you're going to need within your business for it to flow successfully. But what we have been able to find out in our research, and that's not just with us doing due diligence and studying and learning and testing, but even in how we have served our clients and our business community, we have found out and really concluded that these are the three most important business system flows. So if you have these business systems and they're flowing in a very consolidated and concise way in your business, we almost guarantee that your business is making money. Like, this is some top level, sophisticated, scientific type stuff that I'm talking to you about today that you have to understand. And one of the reasons why I have put so much time, so much effort, so much energy, so much brain space, so much studying and research and money behind figuring this out is because I was one of those business owners. I was one of those entrepreneurs. I was one of those individuals who just could not figure out why I ain't making no money. Why am I not actually getting, like progress and results in my business? And once I started deconstructing how business systems flow, once I started dissecting the details, I'm talking about like to a molecular structure. It's kind of like looking at a body. When you look at a human body, it's easy for you to see the eyes, right? It's easy for you to see the ears. It's easy for you to see the mouth. It's easy for you to see the fingers, the body. You can see the outer body. And to some extent, if you do some x-rays or scans, you can even see the bones or the skeletal structure of that body. But it takes very sophisticated technology to be able to dig deep into that body from the outside, dig deep past the skeletal structure and get into the molecular structure, literally like to the cells and to the molecules, to the things that the human eye and even sophisticated x-rays can't see. These are like the detailed CAT scans. And so that's similar to what me and my company went on a journey to do. And we still stay on that journey to find out the best practices for businesses to succeed, to get results, thus to make money. And I think we can all agree on this. Everybody wants to make money in their business. I mean, if you're a business owner right now, if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're desiring to be a business owner or entrepreneur, if you're working on a job, aren't you really wanting to make money? I mean, do you go to work every day just because you love people? Do you get up every day and grind out and deal with idiots and traffic and drama and people acting crazy and, you dealing with all types of competition? Are you doing that every day just because you just love doing it? Or is it something beyond that? And because there's something beyond that, you have to tap into a flow that actually works. Now, if you go back to a couple days ago, I talked about the SMS matrix or the SMS business flow. And I started breaking some of these details down, but I felt like that it was a little limited. It wasn't enough meat on the bone. So I wanted to come back and really talk to you about it. So again, we're talking about the 3 most important business system flows. And those business system flows are going to be centered around the structure of your business. Here I go, huh? The marketing of your business and the sales of your business. And again, we're talking about flows. We're talking about, and I like to use like the infinite flow. Like we want to, oh, that's an ugly 8. Oh my God, that joker ugly. But I think you get the picture. I know it's a hot mess, but you get the picture. This is supposed to be like a flow here, just in case you're trying to figure out like, what is he creating? I'm trying to create like this infinity flow. I'm trying to create like this evergreen flow. And the structure of your business needs to be set up that way. So when you think about the structure flow, let's just stop there. Okay, what exactly does the flow look like? Well, I'm gonna give you some details in each of these 3 important business system flows. So we have the structure flow. So there are four things in this flow. So we have number 1, how you file your business. Number 2, how you form your business. I'll say number 3, how you filter things in your business. And number 4, I'm giving y'all some free stuff too, because some of this stuff I'm going to be teaching in a month or so in one of our upcoming masterminds and workshops. And then we have the function. So when you look at, and I'll just walk through this. And if you have any questions, just feel free to drop the question in the comments. One of the features that we're working on with our studio is to have the capability of allowing you to call in, like in a real professional way. And we're able to just, hit a button and you can chime in and we can answer your question. So let's look at the structure. So when we say the structure, because that's the first S in the SMS Matrix, and this is by far one of the top 3 most important business system flows. Now, why am I considering the structure a system? Here is why. I'll just kind of simplify it. When you say you own a business, think about it. If you're saying you own a business or you want to own a business, what is the thing that comes to your mind? Or what comes to your mind? Most people, when they think about owning a business, they thinking about owning a LLC. They're thinking about owning a S corporation. They're thinking about going to the Secretary of State. They're thinking about, getting a DBA. They're thinking about going to City Hall and get a certificate of occupation. And that plays a role, but where exactly in that system or in that structure does it play a role? It may play a role in the filing and in the forming, but it doesn't necessarily play a role in the filtering and the function of your business. So when I say business, I'm thinking about a business system. I'm thinking about a business system. And this is the reason why most people don't get past this first important business system flow, because if you own a LLC right now, if you have a bank account for a business, if you got an EIN number, you got a business name, you got a logo, like you got all the other stuff, right? That may make up other systems and other processes and other flows. But here's the problem. If your LLC or if your legal entity is not being structured as a system of systems and processes, then you're not actually owning a business. Because businesses that are literally succeeding are businesses that are operating or functioning as systems within systems and processes. So basically, if you don't have any processes in your business, in your LLC, with that EIN, with that name, with that great logo, if you don't have any systems within systems that are actually functioning correctly, then you're really not owning a business. You're just owning a legal entity, meaning that you may have done the first thing. You may have filed your paperwork, but that's just one of the 4 aspects of the structure. And the reason why you want to get this right the first time, and that's one of the principles we teach here, you want to get this right the first time, is because if you don't get this right, guess what it's going to affect? It's going to affect your marketing. And guess what that's going to affect? It's going to affect your sales. So all these other things that we focus on that don't mean nothing are not going to create sales. And some of this ain't going to create sales if you don't just get to it and move past it. So earlier this week, we talked about the 6-second rule. I showed you how within the first 6 seconds, decisions that are made and moves that are made are actually made within the first 6 seconds of getting information. Like, for example, if you're listening to me right now and you know you don't have this matrix operating as a system of systems and processes in your business or in your financial life or in your ministry, then you can't wait 2 weeks to respond to get this information to start training on what you need to do to work this thing out. Because if you wait and then you say, well, I'm going to do it in the first of the year. I'm going to do it during tax time. I'm going to do it when I get a couple extra dollars. But this whole time you wait, you think it's not costing you, but it's costing you more than what it would have cost you if you would have just pulled the trigger and got it done. So let's go back to the system. The first thing that you got to focus on in the system, and this has to be quick. This ain't something you like. How long does it take? If someone gets our legal team to file their paperwork, how many? 3 days. So literally, you can fill out the form on our website. Our legal team will have your holding company or your operating company filed and formed within a couple days. Like bada bing, bada boom. You know why? Because time is money and speed is a part of your growth. So nobody has time to slow down and like for 6 months be talking about, well, I gotta file my business. I gotta form my LLC. Does it need to be a S Corp, a C Corp, a partnership? Maybe you don't even need to be worrying about that. Maybe you need to go into what I teach in my entrepreneurship course, your credibility kit, and allow an expert to do that, pay them to do that to save you time and effort so that you can do what? So that you can skip 1 and 2 and actually go to 3. Because filing is one aspect of your structure. Forming is one aspect of your structure. But the filing and the formation of your business has more to do with the legal side than it does with the money-making side. Because I know people who don't even have a company filed or paperwork filed or a legal entity formed, and they make more money than people who do, because filing and forming is not enough. So when I talk to people and they're always caught up on the filing and forming, I try to push them out of that to say, listen, that's not an issue. We've got attorneys who can do that in 3 days. You just got to pay to play. Or you can waste the next 3 years to try to figure out what the best route to take when it comes to filing and forming. But even when you get the filing and forming, that's not all of the structure system, because there needs to be a flow. And the flow needs to go from, number one, it needs to go from filing. So once you at least identify that paperwork needs to be filed, forming, you identify with how it needs to be formed, whether it's a LLC, a holding company, an operating company, or maybe a holding company with divisions. All of this we teach. Now, I got to get you to filtering. And you want to work this filter part out while you're still doing the structure. Because if you don't work the filter part out, it's going to affect your marketing. So what do you mean by filtering? What I mean by filtering is you have to filter your ideas. And you have to take those ideas through a filter to determine if your ideas can turn into products and services. So this part here, just this part alone, and let me just move these two out of the way real quick so I can have some room to flow. So you can see how this works. So the filing, let me just really break it down, because I really want y'all to get all this. This is so good. When I start talking about this stuff, I think to myself, man, I wish I was like in a class and I had a couple hours. So let's go this route. Let's say structure. Okay. Then we got under structure, we got file. Then we got form. I wonder if y'all just saw what I did. You see how I was going through it and then I reverse engineered it, erased it, and came back and even deconstructed it, what was already being deconstructed. This is how you get to the molecular structure of the systems and the processes that you need in your business. And then once you figure them out and you put them all back together, then you're able to move forward and market yourself and sell yourself easier, because it makes sense structurally in your mind. So we got file, we got form, and then we got number 3. What did I say? Filter. And then number 4, we got function. So those are I don't even like how that looks, because I still need more room. So we got file, form, we got 3, filter, and then we got 4, function. I hope I'm making sense to y'all that's watching me today. I hope this is really helping you understand how important it is. So let's walk through each one of these if you can see it. I know I'm sitting down. I'm chilling today. It's Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday. Today is our Bible study day. So we got file. What do you mean file? We're talking about your SS4 form for your EIN number. We're talking about your Secretary of State. This is all your filing. The forming is about making sure that you have your holding company concept. You got your holding company, you got your divisions, and then you have your subsidiaries, if that applies. But when we get to the filter part, this is the very important part. So that's why I say it. If you haven't filed your paperwork, or if you haven't filed it the right way and haven't formed it with a holding company at the top and understanding the divisions and the subsidiaries that go under it, you should just hire somebody to do this part for you. You shouldn't be trying to wait, because some of you are stuck right here. You ain't making no money in the sales because all you worrying about is this. And that goes to show you have not been trained and educated. Because just in my course, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Business, I teach about having a credibility kit. Every entrepreneur should have a credibility kit. And the credibility kit is made up of at least 5 people who represent 5 different industries. Now, this is different than the 5 business systems or the corporate roles in your company. This is about you having experts who represent different fields. Well, one of those experts should be someone who could actually do this. This is one of the reasons why we built the portal, to make it easy and efficient for our clients who wish to have our legal team to do it, to file their paperwork and form their paperwork, because you're still at the structure, and sometimes you can get stuck Googling and YouTubing on these two and you never get to filter. And to be honest with you, filtering is more important than filing and forming. Because when you're filtering, here's what you're doing. You're taking your ideas and you're trying to convert those ideas into products and services so you can put prices to them. Just that alone. Most entrepreneurs don't even have products and services with the right prices that's made up of their ideas. So that means you're not functioning your business correctly, because the functioning of your business is going to move you into other systems and processes. These other systems that fall under function could be, let's say, QuickBooks. That's a part of your business system function. It could be a CRM. It could be a project management software. Now, all of these functions, it could be executives that you may need in your company. It may be other support, bookkeeping support, other types of infrastructure support that you need, but that's in the function. So if you have this that you're trying to work out and you haven't even worked out filter should be like the star of all four. Because if all you have, I was just talking to a client about this yesterday. If all you have, I told a client this yesterday, if all you have is what we filtered when we fleshed out that client's infrastructure, if all you have is just a landing page, and on the landing page you got your name, the name of your business, your statement of purpose, what you specialize in, and under that you have your products and your services and your prices, you at least have something to go to the market and tell people, hey, I sell this and here are my costs. Hey, I do this and here are my prices. If you're unable to do that, the filing don't mean nothing, the forming don't mean nothing, and all these other functions don't mean nothing. So you can have the best people in your corner and none of that means nothing. So this is the first of three of the most important business system flows, and that's how that thing should flow. And guess what? You can do this within a couple hours. All this should be done within a couple hours. All that. Like literally. You can call me today, or you can text the word coaching today. This is how quick you could do it. You could text the word coaching today, join our coaching program, or maybe you just want to pay me to provide a consultation for you, just one session. But whatever it is, whether you join a program that we have or whether you just call and say, I just need to sit down with you for 2 or 3 hours, it's going to cost you. But if you did that, I guarantee you from scratch, I could take 2 or 3 hours and we could decide what we need to file, decide what we need to form. We could decide what ideas we need to filter. We can push those ideas into products, services, and put prices to them. We can create a function for your company. And guess what? While you're waiting on the paperwork for these two to come back, you could have a landing page or just a flyer or just an email that you send out and text messages that you send out with a PayPal link and start making money just like that with nothing. You can do it. People do it every day. People do this every day. But I could flesh this out for you within 2 to 3 hours, guaranteed, and you don't have anything. But guess what? It's going to cost you to get that. It's going to cost you to get access to that. Or you could just wait and keep praying and hoping one day somehow you're going to Google your way or you're going to YouTube your way to get to where you want to go. Maybe you will, but I don't have time to wait. For real. Okay, so let's look at the next system, marketing. And I'm not going to be like detail because you're either going to be a part of my coaching program or you're going to come to one of my events, whether it's a workshop or a mastermind or maybe a boot camp or something that we're hosting in order to get the rest of this information. So I want to show you how the flow works in marketing. And to be honest with you, I had different words, so I'm gonna give B. Dawson his credit. I had different words, but when I studied how he taught certain aspects of marketing, I was like, I'm going to give him credit so I won't be plagiarizing him just in case he watches or one of his people watch. So B. Dawson, Brandon Dawson, he's a part of my rich uncle's company. They're actually partners. He worded these 4 that I stole from him. So I gave him the credit. Hey, he told me to mimic it. So I was like, bet, I'm going to mimic it. Matter of fact, I got one of his workbooks, the scale workbook that we look at sometime. I use that as an example, but that's what we do. I do the same thing for my clients. I always tell my clients, go to my pages and just copy and paste. Now, some stuff that's proprietary, that's exclusive to us, that you're going to have to either be a licensee or certified in our company to get that information. But for the most part, this is general information. It's just like Marcus Lemonis. He uses profit, people, product, process. He uses the 3 P's of business. Marcus Lemonis on The Profit, the show The Profit on MSNBC or CNBC, I think, he made it popular, those 3 P's, but they already existed in the business world. He made it popular. So let me give you the 4 for marketing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have promote. Okay. We have profit. We have process. And then we have people. And that's Brandon Dawson's wording. Those are the words that he uses when he talked about marketing and when he talked about certain systems that we need to have. But with regard to marketing, the most important thing for your marketing is promotion, right? Is that light is not in that board, is it? So let's look at promotion. How do you promote? Well, let's look up the word promote. We're going to make it easy, because everybody always talking about, oh, I need a marketing team, and I need YouTube ads, and I need Facebook ads, and I need I need this and I need that. Let me tell you something. You really don't. You really don't. Because when you do get all that, if you're not doing your part, does it work, Miss Marketer? Like if you're doing your job for someone and they're not doing anything,
can't market without content.
And then they're going to blame you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the problem. You're not doing your job. I need to hire another marketer. I need to hire another agency. No, you need to promote your own business. You need to become the chief creator. You need to be the one to do that. So let's just look up the word promote very quickly. Promote. What does promote mean? Oh, promote means to further the progress of something, especially a cause, a venture, or an aim. It means to advance or raise someone to a higher position or rank. So if you are an entrepreneur, you are a business owner, who can promote you more than you? As a matter of fact, everybody else who gets behind you will be encouraged to promote with you because you're willing to promote you. It's a sad thing when a person owns a business and they won't promote themselves. It's something wrong with you, like something you have been programmed to believe is wrong with you promoting you. Maybe it's you not being able to toot your own horn or praise your own pawn or pat yourself on the back. You know, like right now you always hear people, especially on Facebook. That's why I don't believe 99.999% of the stuff I see on there. I don't believe it. Because here's what people like to say, especially people that come from where I come from in the hood. You move in silence now. Be seen but not heard. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. You need to move quiet and don't let your enemies and let your haters. That's so stupid when it comes to business. It's ridiculous. You can't live by these ghetto principles and think you're going to build a business. Let me give you an example. Imagine if Coca-Cola said, we're going to move in silence. Imagine if Enterprise Rent-A-Car said, we're going to be under the radar. Imagine that. Imagine if Geico Insurance. Imagine if Publix. Imagine if Macy's. Imagine if, what other companies we have? Pepsi Cola, Starbucks, McDonald's, Burger King. Imagine if all them said, nah, we can't let our haters see what we doing. We just gonna let them think. We gonna let them wonder. It's so stupid. It's just ridiculous. It's called folklore. It's like folklore. It's like fables and tales and things that we use to try to encrypt ourselves to believe we're so important. We got so many haters who are lurking to just pull us down. People ain't even thinking about you. There are 8 billion people on this planet. And for you to even think you're so important that you got to move in silence. Just dumb. You're using an excuse not to promote. That's what you're doing. So you got to promote. And then after promotion comes what? Profit. So if you're promoting something and that thing is making money, what should you do? Promote it some more. If you keep promoting something and it's not making money, what do? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. And all of you entrepreneurs that's listening to me, all you people who want to own businesses listening to me, you got to get yourself out of the way, because you all in your feelings. Because I know it. I coach a lot of people, and I have. But that's one of the reasons why I always had a problem with coaching as opposed to consulting. Because a lot of times people who get coaches, they really want somebody to massage their emotions. They want people to validate and justify their ignorance, their laziness, and their ego to believe what they want to believe when they're wrong. You're wrong about holding on to ideas that are not making profits if you want to be in business. And guess what? Even if you're in ministry or you have a charity or a foundation, money is going to keep that ministry, that charity, and that foundation running. Not your good looks and not your ability to preach and prophesy. I know a whole lot of broke preachers. I know a whole lot of prophets who ain't got a pot to pee in or when to throw it out. And anointed. You know why? Because they don't understand systems. They don't understand processes. They don't understand structure. They don't understand business. They don't understand that there's more to your organization than you just being able to talk good and put a couple points together and dress like you Jesus' first cousin. It's way more than that. And when you talk to them about that, which the truth is, most of them who are like that don't want you to talk to them, so they'll never put themselves in a position to have a coach. And if they do have a coach, they're just doing it for the sake of doing it, but they're really not listening to what that person is telling them. And I'll be the first one to tell you, if you're promoting anything, any product, any service, any idea, and that promotion is not leading to a profit, you need to drop it like a bad habit. You need to either develop it, you need to either reset it, or you need to scrap it and move on to something else. Because when I try something and I start promoting it and it doesn't get any play, it doesn't get any attention, guess what I'm doing? Shoot. You'll call me in 2 weeks and be like, hey, y'all still got so-and-so? Nope. It don't even exist no more. It is what it is. So promotion leads to profit, and then profit is going to bring you to process. So you can't get stuck on the process. The process is like all the intricate details that you do in order to make what you sell work or make what you do work. But your process should be following your profit. So let me show you how this works. Because this is what a whole lot of entrepreneurs do. Number one, a whole lot of entrepreneurs, all they say, because I got a marketer on my team, so she used to hear it all the time. So they call you, oh, I need marketing. I need marketing. They don't have no products, and if they do have products, they're not good. They haven't been vetted. They haven't priced them correctly. Like they've gone through no professional training. They know nothing. They're just out there just winging it, right? Okay, but then they want marketing. They want marketing. And while they got marketers trying to figure out what they need to market, because the marketers got to figure out what they want to market, because the people who own the businesses don't know. And I know I'm acting a little shady today, but I hope I'm offending you enough if I'm talking about you to really get it together and to be a professional in what you do and take what you do serious and stop thinking it's a hobby and stop faking entrepreneurship because you got a job and you got more options. Because you got a job, you got options not to put your all in it. When people like me are out here busting our behinds every day because we take this thing serious. It's just like a basketball player. LeBron ain't finna be around here. LeBron ain't even gonna be dealing with D-League players. Because he like some of y'all in the D-League because you don't want to let go of smoking weed. You still want to hang out at night. You still want to go on your vacation every 6 weeks. Maybe you can't afford that because you need to be focusing on building a business. You want to look like you got it going on. You want to talk like you doing your thing. You want to put on for social media. No, what you need to do, here come the hood out me, is get your behind back to the lab, back to the board and say, I need to build a structure. And my structure needs to have a flow. When I file it, when I form it, when I filter it, and I function, now I need to push right into marketing. I need to promote myself. So these entrepreneurs, they don't want to promote themselves. They're not making any money. They're not profiting. But here they are. They all stuck in process. Well, I just got to make sure the website that I have functions correctly. Who cares about a doggone website? Most of these websites are like warehouses in the hood down a dead-end dirt road. That's what most websites are like on social media, on the World Wide Web. So imagine if you started a business and your business was down a dirt gravel road. It was a dead end. It was in the woods, and it was in the back of a warehouse that you had to pull up the garage to go to your desk. That's how most websites are on the internet anyway. So nobody goes there, and if they go there, they're jumping right off. Because that is not going to determine your profits. You're trying to put the chariot before the horse. Well, I got to make sure I got the right systems and I got to make sure everything is in order. No, you don't. I got to make sure that my fonts are right. I got to make sure my cards are crisp. I got to make sure that, I got an office space, that, I got a commercial address. I got to make sure that I got my voicemail right. Who cares about any of that if you're not making what? Profit. It means nothing. Oh, I know what I got to focus on, because all this is process. I got to focus on my paydex score. I got to focus on getting my Duns and Bradstreet. Oh, I got to focus on getting a line of credit for my business. Oh, I got to focus on getting trade lines. Oh, I got to focus on getting you lines. Ain't none of that crap making you no doggone money. It's wasting your time and everybody else's time. Listen, you can listen to who you want to listen to. You can believe what you want to believe. But you need to start looking, not listening, but looking at what people are doing and the results that they're getting. That's one thing that I pride myself in, to say I've always, one of my strengths is I can process information well, and I'm a learner, I'm a student of life. So I'm always absorbing like a sponge. But most of my learning is from watching stuff. Like if I can watch, even when I'm like listening to content, I'm envisioning stuff. Like I absorb it a different way. So what I tend to do is I tend to look at the results. So if somebody's trying to tell me something about a marriage and they ain't got no marriage, they're not successful, they're not, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying that people who are not married can't give you advice. I'm not saying people who are not rich can't give you advice. I'm not saying people who are not whatever can't give you advice. But what I am saying is I'm not going to build my life around people, places, and things that have not at least put themselves in a position to prove some of what they're talking about. And so when you're listening to all these internet gurus, when you're reading books, when you're following your uncle and your cousin and your auntie them and your sister them and mama them and daddy them, and sometimes the person you sleeping with, you following, they broke behind. They lost. They don't have a clue what's going on. When you're doing that, what you're doing is you're preventing yourself from moving forward and actually profiting. So in marketing, it starts with promotion. Then it goes to profit. So my promotion needs to create profit. My profit brings me into process, because now I can start documenting and gathering data on what did I do to make money. What was the process that I went through, and I can document that so I can repeat it and get better at it. And if some of these things are needed to accelerate a certain process that will get me more profit, I will get it. But a lot of times we're getting loans, we're getting credit cards, we getting all this other stuff, and we haven't even perfected structure or marketing. We don't know what you're putting yourself in a cycle that you're going to lose in. And then you got people. So people are way down here. People are way down there. So when it comes to people, what do you mean people in your marketing? Well, people are going to help you get your exposure, but you don't want to bring people on, especially as staff. I heard Brandon Dawson, he said something that was cold one day in one of our sessions. He said, I don't know, I'm paraphrasing it, but here's what he was saying. He said, why would you want to hire people to bring them into dysfunction? Why would you want to hire people to bring them into mediocrity when you have not even figured out the most important things? And one of the most important things is actually to have a business system, structure, products and services that are good enough, that are making money. So if you can't at least bring somebody into that, why are you trying to hire people? Why are you trying to bring people into a business that you haven't even figured out yet? You don't know if you coming or going. I can promise you, I keep it 100 with myself. I wasn't going to bring people in. I tried to bring my wife in. My wife was like, nah, dog, when you figure it out, and guess what her point was? When you got enough profit, then you can hire me. But I'm not going to work for you for free, bro. I love you, dog, but you the one that want to do all this ridiculous stuff. So go out there and prove it and figure out what works. And then when you prove it and figure out what works, and then you can create a process to duplicate it and to track it and have solid systems and an infrastructure that works, because that's what I'm used to doing, being in solid systems and structures that work with real processes, then you can hire me. And make sure you got at least 6 months worth of reserves, just in case in 3 months the bottom falls out. I was like, bet, I appreciate it. It was a great opportunity for me to go out and prove it. And when I did, my wife was like, okay, now you got my attention because you've proven it. But in that process, I had to figure it out. And then people come there. Let me give you the last one because it's 1 o'clock. I'm kind of giving y'all extra time because I stole 10 minutes from y'all. So that's marketing. If you have any questions, just drop the questions in the comments. And I'm sorry if I'm kind of brash and really just giving y'all the business today. But I really just want to challenge and really stir up you entrepreneurs, or like Mark Cuban say, entrepreneurs who just need to get it together and just make a decision to move forward. Like, you can't keep listening to people say, oh, you need coaches, you need consultants, you need people to help you, you need the right people in your corner, and you're unwilling to pay for it because you're always looking for a freebie. And that's a reflection of your life, which means it's going to be a reflection of your business, which means it's going to be a reflection of your money. So let me give you the last one. The last one is sales. Sales. So what are the 4? And I'm not giving you, with these 4, I'm not giving you a sales process necessarily. I'm not giving you like a script and all that for your sales process. I'm giving you a flow. Things that you can, because within each of these, you got other flows. You got other processes. Like, you could break it down into literally molecular structures. So here's what your sales is about. Sharing, right? Number one, we got solutions. Number two, we got, I'll say the sale. That's the sale. And then we got the service. So again, this is a flow. This is really not the sales process. So let me show you how this flow works for sales. But let's assume you got the structure flow. Let's assume you got the marketing flow. Now you get into learning how to better share your products and services. That's going to be a part of a sales system, a sales process that you use, or a sales cycle. But more importantly, it's about you learning how to share that. So now you got to get good at sharing the information. And what exactly are you sharing? Well, more specifically, you're sharing the solutions you provide. Well, how can you share the solutions? Well, first of all, you got to find the right people. That's what marketing is for. So once you promote and get the attention and people start coming into the ecosystem of your company, now you can share with them solutions that you have for them once you've qualified them. So in the middle of these two, in the middle of this and this, you have a lot of different cycles that have to happen. And if you don't know what those things are, you need to be a part of programs like our coaching program to learn that. Everything I'm sharing with you, everything I'm showing you, just in these three general top important business system flows, we teach this in our workshops, we teach this in our mastermind, we teach this to our clients, and we touch on these things every day, and we teach it in our online training platform. So you're sharing what? Solutions. But you got to know the who you sharing these solutions to. You ain't going to know if you don't know how to find them. What are you sharing with them? Well, that's going to be based on you qualifying them. You got to think about how you're going to share it with them. Are you sharing it with them in an appointment, on a presentation, on a webinar? Are you sharing with them in person, through an email? And now that means everything that you're doing, your emails, your presentations, your posts, your interactions in person, your events, they all have to be a what? We talk about this all the time here. All of your interactions have to be what? A sale. Because sales is a way of life. So when you meet somebody and you just having a random conversation, they don't know they're in a sale. They don't know they're in a sales cycle, but if you're educated in it, if you're trained in it, you know, oh, I just brought that person into a sale. I know the who, the what, and the how, and I know what flow I'm walking them through. So you got the sharing, you got the solutions, and then you got the what? You got to sell it. God dog. I mean, you can't just keep talking about it and don't sell it. You got to sell it. And when you sell it, now you have to provide the service for it. Because you can't just sell it and be like, all right, gotcha, bye. That's the problem with a lot of network marketers. You know, like network marketers, sometimes they try to sell you something. They share certain solutions, and then they try to sell you something, but then when they get you, they don't provide quality service. Because you realize, oh, shoot, this ain't nothing but a little group, they just trying to get me in, but I ain't really got no real business. Like, you got to get better at this stuff, you guys. You got to understand this stuff is serious. Business is a profession. Business is serious, and it is hard. It's not easy. And people like me have taken a lot of time to figure out what systems, what processes work best, so that as a professional, as an entrepreneur, as a ministry leader, as an executive, you can implement the best practices for your organization. But you got to put yourself in a position to get the knowledge, to get the training, and to get around people who actually not just know what they're talking about, but who's doing what they're talking about, and they have proof to show you. Like, we are proving it. That's one of the reasons why I love when our clients say they want to come to our office. They want to walk through. They want to see what's going on. I have people that want to be a part of what we're doing. They want to join our team. They want to partner with me. All of that is a part of them wanting to see that what I'm telling them actually works. So for those of you that are watching me, it's not about if you're interested in building an infrastructure. It's not about if you're interested in developing the best practices for your marketing and for your sales. It's not a matter of if you're interested. I know you're interested. It's a matter of you making the decision. And so we have extended an offer. This is the second week we've extended this offer. Our signature program is a 1-year business coaching program. This business coaching program has been put together for you as an individual or an entrepreneur, and with all of the things that you need that are most important in mind. And so we use this 1-year program to help you properly start, structure, and scale any business, any income stream, any ministry, any wealth building dream, whether it's for your personal, professional, or your financial life. This 1-year business coaching program has been put together with everything you want to accomplish in mind, from 0 to 7 figures, 8 figures, and beyond, because you're duplicating what I have perfected and what I continue to perfect, which means as I move forward, you're going to move forward. So I want you not to be hesitating and contemplating. I want you to text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. That number is in the comments. So what is the offer, Ramon? The offer is this. We have a 1-year business coaching program. It's a $20,000 program. When we first started providing coaching in our company, last year was the first time we launched a coaching program. It was a 90-day coaching program that we launched. And it was because my staff kept telling me we need to provide coaching. Prior to this program, we offered consulting and we offered training, because consulting was more about the nuts and bolts of building an infrastructure for your business. It wasn't as much of a long-term relationship we were providing on a personal level. It was more of a corporate level, because that's who most of our clientele was. They were individuals or entrepreneurs who had somewhat of a success in their finances and in their businesses already. So we launched this 90-day program initially. This was a 90-day coaching program, and it was $5,000. I've got clients who are still in our new program who could prove and attest to that's what they had to pay to have me in their life and on their team for 90 days. And so what we decided to do in April was move the 90 days, make it 1 year, but guess what? We kept the same price. So that was my way of saying, I'm going to give you 4 90-day programs for the same price. That's a $20,000 program in and out over the course of 12 months while you're working with me and while my team is working with you. And so we started this program in April 4/1/21. It was $5,000. We offered a few different payment plan options. And one of the payment plan options that we have reopened to extend for the next week or so, we started it last week. We got a lot of great responses, and it's still open this week, is a 24-month payment plan. And when you see this, you're probably going to say what most of the people we talk to say. And here's what they say. Ramon, you must have a lot of faith and confidence in your program that it works for you to give us access to 4 90-day coaching programs, not for $20,000, but for $5,000 for 1 year, and for you to give us 2 years to pay it off. That's how much confidence and faith I have in myself and my team. We bet on ourselves because we know it works. Most, if not almost all of the clients that are in our program will tell you within the first 30 days, no more than maybe 60 to 90 days, most of them have seen an increase in their income by 30% within the first 30 days. Some of them have doubled their income within the first 30 days. Those are the type of results they get. And you're like, well, how do they get those results? Well, when we go through the initial coaching session with you, that 2 to 3 hour session, this is how we kick this 1 year program off with a 2 hour one-on-one initial coaching session. And during that session, we identify with what your goals are for your business and your finances. We develop a game plan. We decide what systems and processes and structures you need and how you can integrate them into your business. And once we deconstruct and reconstruct that game plan and put it together with an executed course of action, in most cases, within the first 30 days of you doing what we set out to do, you're going to see an increase at least by 30%. And so we're offering a 24-month payment plan, which means you can literally get started today for $208. That will be your payment. If you divided 5,000 into 24, it's $208. Where on this planet, please send me the link to that coach or to that consultant. But where on this planet can you join a 1 year business coaching program that's valued at $20,000 for $5,000, but get a 2 year payment term and can start not for $5,000, but start today for $208, which means you can text the word coaching today. We're going to respond to you. We will process that first $208 payment. We will come into agreement with you and with our company. We will schedule your initial one-on-one coaching call, and within a few minutes after that, we will onboard you to our online university training program, because that's one of the benefits that you get. So in this 1 year program, you get the initial one-on-one. You get that initial one-on-one coaching session. That's about 2 hours where we walk you through the whole process. Then you get access to our weekly coaching calls. Every Monday at 5 o'clock, we have about an hour, maybe 2, depending on how much I'm training and flowing. We take about an hour or 2 every Monday, a live Zoom. You're able to come on our platform, get access to that one-on-one. Well, it's not a one-on-one, but it's a group coaching call. But we train you, we teach, we have success stories that other members share, and we have a Q&A section. You also get 1 year access to our on-demand, interactive, online training program called the Blueprint Game Plan. It is our premier business and financial training program. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for the entire 365-day year, you have access to our Blueprint Game Plan. We also give you access to 4 quarterly group coaching masterminds. So every quarter, we have a group coaching mastermind with all of our coaching clients, in person or virtual. You can choose how you want to attend it. And we do a deep dive for about 4 hours in each of those. We talk about sales. We talk about marketing. We're about to have one in a couple months, and it's going to be an amazing one because it's going to be one of the last ones we host for the year. We also give you access to 4 quarterly VIP workshops. These VIP workshops, we teach you about sales, what we just covered, but we go into the details. We show you how to put a sales system together for your company based on your products and services. We have a workshop on marketing. We go through those 4. We teach you the intricate details on how to create a marketing system for your company. We teach you one of our workshops on business systems. We walk through holding company strategies, how to build divisions and subsidiaries, how to reallocate pre-tax revenue. We also have a workshop on financial systems. We teach you a lot of in-depth tax strategies that you can implement. And most of our clients who are W-2 employees, they've already implemented those strategies we gave them in their coaching session, the initial one, and they've already seen an increase in their income even before they participate in the financial workshop. We also give you a personal coaching coordinator. So that means there's somebody you can text, somebody you can email, somebody you can bounce back questions off of. If in fact throughout the course of the day before our weekly session or our quarterly mastermind, if you have questions, you can reach out to your personal coaching coordinator. And we also give you access to our private Facebook group. That's a Facebook group. We give you access to that. And that's an exclusive community of people who think like you think. So all of this you can get for $208 today. All you have to do is text the word coaching. Text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. Now, before I go, I want to talk to those of you that really want to build your career as a professional business and financial consultant and coach. If you want to learn how to become a professional consultant and coach, meaning that you want me to train you on the right systems and processes so that you can consult your clients and coach your clients and train your clients, we have a business certification program. Business certification. And this business certification program is exclusively for consultants and coaches who want to train, who want to make business consulting and coaching their profession. Maybe you are a consultant, a coach, and a trainer in another industry, but you want to blanket it with business and financial training. Well, we show you our system and process. We show you how we consult, how we coach, how we train our clients, and all you have to do is basically copy and paste that into your business, but we train you on the systems and processes. We have a business certification program, and we also have a licensing program. So let's say you want to be a professional coach, a consultant, a trainer, but you don't have the curriculum. You don't have the blueprint game plan. You don't have an online university. You don't have the material for financial literacy, for holding companies, for real estate investing, for tax strategies. Let's just say you want to be a professional, but you don't have the material and the content for your business. Well, our licensing program gives you access and authorization. So we have a signature licensing program where you're able to sell the blueprint game plan like we have it. You're able to sell our workshops, sell our boot camps, and this licensing gives you the access and authorization to sell it yourself. But we also have a white label licensing option where you can literally take all of my material, all of my content, all of our copyrights on what we teach and train and consult and coach people on, and literally the white label option will allow you to put your own name, your own imagery, your own logo on it because you're paying for the white label. It's just like with this. This is somewhat of a light white label. This is not my Tumblr. I did not create this Tumblr. I did not create this. I did not manufacture this, but because it was outsourced as a white label product to some extent, I'm able to put my logo on it and sell it as a Ramon Preston product on my store. Well, that's what you're able to do as a licensee. It's similar to a franchise. Like, you don't have to create your own hamburger when you can buy a McDonald's. You don't have to go to Columbia or Zamunda and figure out who sells the cheapest coffee. You can buy a Starbucks franchise. So for those of you that are not interested but are ready to have a real career in business, financial consulting, coaching, and training, or you would just want to partner with me, let's go into business together and you become a licensee and use everything and make money instantaneously. I want you to text the word certify. Text the word certify to the number you see in the comments. So you could text the word coaching or certify, but we have a suite of opportunities and offers that we're extending to our community because we want to help you get to the next level. So we love y'all. Appreciate you for watching the Ramon Preston Show. We'll see you the same place, same time.